as light source. Now this light source is conventionally classified into two broad categories. One category is called luminous and the other category is called non-luminous. The basic distinction between these two sources is very simple. The substance which gives off light of their own, they are called luminous, and the substance which do not give out their own light but they act as source of light by reflecting off the light received from different sources. The example which we can think of in a luminous category is thousands. The very common example which comes to our mind is sun, but sun is very far off. We see lot many examples like tube light, bulb, lot many things around us which have their own light, carbon arc or flame, candle. These are luminous sources of light because they have their own light. Now coming to the second category, of course the moon is the example which comes to our mind conventionally, but again the moon is far off. Let's focus on the object around us. In fact, anything you are wearing right away, the table, the chair, wherever you are in your house, except tube light and bulb, you will find most of the objects are non-luminous. And one basic distinction will be, if we switch off all luminous sources in this world, then you will find non-luminous sources will not be visible because they don't have their own light. They are simply acting as source of light by reflecting light received from other sources. There is one more category of classification, and that classification says one is isotropic and other is non-isotropic. Now the sources which gives out light uniformly in all direction are termed as isotropic, and the sources which do not give out light uniformly in all direction, they are termed as non-isotropic. As far as IIT JEE is concerned, whenever there is nothing specified in the numerical problem, we will assume our sources to be isotropic. Now over last 35 years, I have not seen any problem in IIT JEE or any other entrance examination where the source was non-isotropic. But we will take up one example dealing with non-isotropic sources. Now let's move to the next word, and that is optical medium. Now the substance through which light propagates or travels is called medium. We classify optical medium into three categories. The first category is transparent, that is the medium through which light propagates easily. Clear water, ordinary glass, these are all examples of transparent medium. The second category is opaque, that is these are the substances through which light doesn't propagate at all. So there are many things around us which are opaque. We can take a brick, we can take most of the solid objects around us. Then we have the third category of optical medium, and it is called translucent. Now the propagation of light through this medium is partial. We are not able to see very clearly through these mediums. The example is butter paper, oil paper, tracing paper. Certain category of glasses, they are translucent. Now what is the basic physics behind the classification of a medium to be transparent, opaque and translucent? Now as I said in the beginning, light is an electromagnetic wave. Now when light travels through the material, it is the interaction of electromagnetic wave with the material that decides whether it will be transparent, opaque or translucent. Now interaction of electromagnetic wave with material is beyond the scope of IIT JEE. So for us it is sufficient to know the basic definition, and it will be sufficient for solving IIT JEE problem. Now the third point which we are going to deal, that is very common in geometrical optics, is light ray. Now let's understand this point. Now a light ray is a straight line transfer of light energy, and this light ray is denoted by a straight line segment with an arrow over it, and this arrow is indicating the direction of propagation. Now one basic point which we have to understand regarding light ray, we never get a light ray. Single ray is not possible, however small is the source. You take any light source, luminous or non-luminous, we are getting bunch of rays. That is, however small we make the source, you cannot isolate a single ray. Sometimes we get an impression, like you must have seen the laser twice, a very narrow light coming from out, that laser twice. So normally we think it is a ray of light. Actually it is not ray of light, it is a bunch of rays that we call it beam of light. So remember students, you can never get a single ray from any light source, however small it is.